Hello there. Old Sam, they call me. Old Sam the signalman. And I've been with the railways for, many, many years. But I've retired now, of course. And I like to while away the time just watching the trains go by. You know, when I first started as an apprentice, mostly all of the trains around were driven by steam. Wonderful machines they were, real classics, and a sight for sore eyes. Mind you, like the rest of us, they had their faults. A bit noisy, a bit smoky they were. And not as fast as we're used to nowadays, I have to admit. Now, they've all gone now. And although I do miss them, there's a lot to be said for the new diesel and electric trains that British Rail have in service now. Marvellous, really. Clean and fast. The speed that people travel at these days. Why, you wouldn't have thought it possible when I was a lad. Of course, now that these intercity trains are rushing everyone about the countryside at 125 miles an hour, it's brought a lot of changes in other directions, too. The railway tracks, for instance. They had to be strengthened and improved to cope with the faster trains that run on them. That stands to reason. And because the trains were running that much better, so the signals that controlled the trains had to work that much better too. And that's what I want to tell you all about. Something important that's going to affect you. Level crossings. The place where the railway line crosses the road, where it's not possible to build a bridge for you to walk or cycle over. Now, there are several different kinds of level crossings in Great Britain. Some of the older ones, older than me, some of them, well, they date back to the days of the horse-drawn carriages, 140 years or more, and they're still working. Because of British Rail's modernisation, level crossing like these are going to be replaced before you're very much older yourself. Now, you may have come across something like this in your time. Barriers extending the full width of the road. Amber warning and red flashing lights. Something you'll become more and more familiar with, to let you know that a train is on its way. During the next few years, British Rail are going to continue to install automatic crossings which are triggered off by the approaching train. Now, they're more efficient and don't keep motorists, cyclists and pedestrians waiting. Now, take a look at this one, for example. An amber light comes on together with a yodeling noise. And then red flashing lights before the half barriers come down. There's a white line on the road for you to wait behind, and it won't be long before the train zips by. If the barriers don't rise, it doesn't mean they're broken, so stay where you are. There's another train on its way, coming from the other direction. Once that second train is passed and the track is clear, then the barriers will rise and you can cross safely. I'd like you to take a special look at this crossing. Again, you may not have seen one quite like it before because they're fairly new. First of all, the traffic, cyclists and pedestrians are given plenty of warning in advance, so be on your guard. As the train approaches, you'll hear this yodeling sound, and an amber light will show. That's to let you know that a train is on its way. Shortly followed afterwards by these double red flashing lights. You can't miss them. The red lights mean danger, a signal for you to stop and wait. And, of course, Mum or Dad in their car, too. It won't be long before the train passes. And once it's gone, stay put until the lights stop flashing and the sound warning stops. There could be another train on the way. And if there is, you'll hear the yodel warning change, like this. And this separate light will flash another train coming. You'll just have to wait a little longer, so be patient. Sure enough, here it is. And there it goes. The yodeling sound will stop just as soon as the train has passed. Now check the lights to be sure they've stopped flashing, and then you can cross the railway safely. But remember to watch out for road traffic. So, the crossings that you find may be different from what you're used to, but they're all simple and straightforward. Now, remember what I've told you. Whatever the crossing, the old manually operated gated crossing, with full barriers, automatic half barriers, and automatic open crossings with lights. Now listen to what old Sam has to say. Be on your guard. Whether you're walking or cycling, with your dog or without, red lights mean danger. And be careful at crossings. And remember, the railway line is no place to play. Look after yourselves. Mind how you go. Cheerio.